So I thought it'd be worth kind of showing how things are running for me. One thing I don't know is if my storage maybe is a reason that maybe things are a little sluggish for me. But it is, an older device, and since the 4.0 to 4.1.1 series, things have been maybe a little bit slower, so not fully sure about how to determine, how things are really, aside from just like it feels like it probably is a little bit slower than it was before in the 4 series. If you have 3.5 to whatever came after that, and maybe it was for like just the 3.5 series, I remember being a little bit quicker. So yeah, kind of writes fine, and then some of the new features that I was interested, especially for this device, had to deal with the page layout. So being able to scroll is something that I find to be helpful, just because I can continue to write in the same location and not worry about like having to like move my hand down. So I think that for this device is really nice to have, but it can get slower as you kind of get further along. One thing I also did is I just bought a screen protector to give me a little bit of like a scratchiness on the screen, because I don't know if it has originally a screen protector that has more grit to it, but I got it off of eBay, and I wanted it to have like a little bit more like the Note Air kind of texture. This one's definitely a little bit more like sandpaper, but the reason I mention that is because it feels like with both that and or 4.2, there can be like a little bit of like difficulty in like the understanding that I'm like swiping on occasion. So I don't know if that's the software or not, but just to kind of point that out as like it may be the software, it may not. But as you can see, like it can be fairly quick. There are times where it kind of stutters a bit, maybe. Like all this stuff is really just kind of like, it just depends on probably like how big is your notebook and everything. I was trying to check on the speed level, so if I do it on speed, and then also actually pump up the contrast, so can't quite see the dot grid great, but it kind of is a little bit smoother. And I've been having trouble, like I have a middle swipe up to go back to my notes, and that has some trouble. My notes covers disappear, which is a little bit odd. I don't know if that was happening to me on 4.1, but I think I've seen that happen on other devices as well. I've got a couple different Boox devices, Note Air, and also like basically the Chinese alternative to the Go 10.3, so the X3 Pro, the Note X3 Pro. So maybe I've been seeing that kind of slow lag in terms of loading a little bit, so kind of not sure. I'll open this one just because it's this one doesn't have page layout, so this one's not really personal, but see, like the tapping is a little bit awkward. I think that's because of the screen protector. It might be the software though, so just word of warning. But this has quite a bit of content, 13 pages, and like things maybe don't show up immediately. Maybe that's how it is for you already, so just kind of worth pointing out. Trying to think of what else. I don't remember all the other details of like what all they've released here. I guess I should have looked at that beforehand. And, you know, I don't know how big this PDF is. This isn't an ebook, so a little bit slower to show. And sometimes in my Kobo app, at least, I have difficulty bringing up a bar like that. This is working pretty well, but again, screen protector might be what's causing that. I'll go back to an EPUB that probably is a little smaller, see how that loads. So a little bit of time. I mean, this is a larger book, but and again, I don't quite remember what all they changed in these settings here. Just kind of run through. So, I mean, all in all, it's like maybe not too sluggish. It just can have occasions. So things that I do know are new. They have this kind of templates section to notes. This might, other things, NetGuard is something I use just to block services, and that's probably why that wasn't loading. So weird. So I don't know, probably will have better luck than me on that. And then there's also an app for the calendar. I'll probably put it here. What is it called? Memo, calendar memo. And, you know, similar to other devices, just on a smaller screen, and, you know, a little sluggish there, I'm sure. As you go further, it can get more sluggish, but yeah, maybe not perfect, but kind of works. And then, yeah, what were we doing? We were looking at different notes just a moment ago and different books, so it's able to track that. I've yet to get it to sync very well with other devices, so your mileage may vary, but I do have it connected to Onyx Sync. And I, you know, barely use it, but I've just been playing around with it. So those are the main things I can think of at the moment. Maybe I'll upload another video, but, you know, just kind of rambling here as I'm trying to think through and show how things are and all that, but hopefully that's helpful to kind of give a sense of how things kind of generally are functioning and stuff. And then just real quick, let's look at my storage app. I may have to go add it back. I think that I've removed it from the sidebar, and that means it's hidden for whatever reason, so add that in. There we go. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I'm at 96%, so maybe I should do another test run and like delete some stuff, but like, you know, I've kind of filled it probably to the brink, and that probably is not helping.